Anthropic is the company every other AI lab is benchmarking itself against right now. Claude Code is on a $2.5 billion annualized run rate. It's writing 1 in every 25 commits. That's about 135,000 commits every single day. And it's the first time that Anthropic has brought Code with Claude here in London, the first time in Europe outside of San Francisco. So the big announcement today, Anthropic just dropped self-hosted sandboxes and MCP tunnels. Self-hosted sandboxes mean that the managed agents that you run can now operate inside of the infrastructure that you already own. So whether that be Cloudflare, Daytona, Modal, or Vercel, all of that is now available from day one. So any enterprise that couldn't touch managed agents because of data residency or compliance now can, which is just a massive unlock. Let's double click into MCP tunnels now. So these let your agents reach MCP servers from within your private network to avoid exposing anything to the wider internet. An agent can now do real work against your real systems and real data without any public detour.
Claude is, it's really good at doing stuff. It's good at writing code, it's got a good personality, but it's only as useful as the tools you can connect it to. We really care that ultimately, at the end of the day, it's like super easy for you to connect all the tools that you already know and love. You don't have to build them from scratch. Yeah. You just give them to Claude in secure and convenient way, and then Claude can actually be useful and helpful for you.
This means that every bank, hospital network, or law firm that's avoided actually doing this for the last 2 years because of data residency issues has now had that objection removed.
These were some of the most common things we were hearing from enterprises who wanted to be able to build agents but kind of got stuck on some of the security and compliance. And so these 2 new features should go a long way to help them be able to build on Claude managed agents.
And then if you stack this on top of memory, dreaming, outcomes, multi-agent orchestration, what you have is this complete operating systems for agents that's available to every developer today. Take, for instance, Mercado Libre. So they're Latin America's most popular e-commerce site, and they're targeting 90% autonomous development by Q3 this year, which is just insane. And Shopify is on exactly the same trajectory as well. The crazy part about this is that most teams have spent the last 18 months gluing stuff like this together, and Anthropic has now built this as one entire stack. A year ago, any serious enterprise that had told you that an AI agent has shipped code into production was probably something that you want to verify. But today you've got Man Group who are running trading signals that are trading themselves. You've got Base 44 going from 1 to 80 people. You've got hedge funds on one side, startups on the other, all running on the Claude Code platform.
Coming to the UK, it was pretty important to us to be able to tell a story that we're enterprise ready, right? You can build with the security and the compliance that you care about.
What I keep coming back to is what all of this does to the role of an engineer. So if you think about it logically, previously an engineer's job was, line by line implementation, understanding all the syntax, doing the implementation cold, reviewing all of their own PRs. Whereas today, the role has very much shifted to that of, being a systems architect, understanding the right frameworks, the right functions to include in the actual structure of what it is you're wanting to build. You still need to understand the code and actually proofread your work. But the beauty about it now is you can now have agents that are reviewing your own PRs for you. They are essentially sitting there on top doing the reviewing, but then you're that sort of step function above. You're the orchestrator of the symphony to review what's going on underneath the hood. Massive thanks to Anthropic for partnering with me on this. I've been a massive Claude user now for years. It's my daily driver when it comes to knowledge work, and it's been fascinating to see really the vibe shift that's been taking place here in London, because it's the first time that Code with Claude is taking place here in Europe. And I think it really comes back to what Boris said on stage, the founder of Claude Code. The ground is shifting beneath us. The soul that Anthropic is infusing into their products, into their people, everyone's coming together, and the energy has just been infectious.